Hello everyone, Elvis here, and today I'll be introducing to you my OCs. I know this type of content is a bit unusual on my channel because I mostly post fun content, as you know, Genshin Impact or Cookie Run, but nowadays I don't feel like drawing any fun content because, as you know, my great grandma died and I was feeling down. So nowadays I have just the energy to draw my own projects. So I hope you don't mind that I will be posting a bit my OCs and personal projects. But either way, today we are starting off with Enid. Enid is 20 years old and she is an eld. And you might be asking right now, what is an eld? Elves are my own created race. I derived this name from two words, Celts and Elch. Yeah, quite original, I know, but yeah, they aren't actually Celts, but their culture is based on Celtic culture. And Elch, well, you see, they resemble fauns, and not just fauns, but deer-like or elk-like fauns. So I decided to name them like that. And yeah, those are fauns who resemble deer or elk people. But elves mostly build their tribes in forests, and also their culture, as I said before, is based on Celtic culture and traditions. But reminder, they are not Celts. I just don't want you to hear that someone will be saying, "Oh, but you didn't, I don't know, illustrate Celtic culture properly." Well, yeah, because it's a base for their culture, but they aren't actually Celts. So, yeah, if there are any differences or similarities, it's because they aren't Celts. They are just based on Celts a bit. But yeah, they usually, or well, mostly use runology in their everyday life. So Enid is quite experienced with runes and uses them to cast spells. She's also the healer out of the four other members of this team, and also she's the daughter of the chief of her tribe, but she doesn't live together with her tribe. She lives on her own. I won't be talking a lot about her lore and what happened, why she lives alone, because it will be told in my story, and I don't really want to spoil much about it. So, yeah, please bear with me, and I'm sorry, but I just don't want to spoil anything. I want you guys to read the story without knowing too much. That's why I mostly will be speaking about the races that I created in this world and world build. So yeah, overall, and it is stoic, calm, and caring. But trust me, you don't want to get on her bad side because yeah, she may be calm. She will help you if you need help, but don't mess with her or her friends. Trust me. Just trust me on this. Also, before I forget, they all live in a world of eternal cold, so don't be surprised why they all wear extremely warm clothes. It's to not freeze in the cold because everywhere is just snow and ice, so obviously they will need a lot of warm clothes. So don't be surprised that most of them wear something like furry coats or I don't know gloves and a lot of just extremely warm stuff. That's mainly because yeah, as I said, the climate in their world is extremely cold, so they need to stay warm. Also, the runes on her belt were created by my friend, so props to him. He's very creative, and thanks to him, I have rune designs to use for my OCs. So, yeah, those runes were created by him, and yeah, they aren't just copies from some kind of culture or whatever, so don't worry about that. I am pretty much happy how her design turns out. Like I added a lot of different details, and I know someone might say that the designs are quite complex, but hey, this is my own preference, and I like creating detailed character designs. So yeah, it's just my personal preference, and I know it will be quite difficult to draw those designs in a comic, but hey, at least they look good, in my opinion. Like you can tell me that those beads or tiny bags, feathers, and other tiny details aren't necessary because, in my opinion, they tell the story, the culture, the traditions the character grew up in. So, yeah, I just can't leave them out because they are important for storytelling to tell about the character more, about their personality, about their origins, and etc. So yeah, my designs and my characters will be quite detailed and have very many different details which someone might think are unnecessary, but some will find them cute or interesting. But yeah, oh well. After Enid comes June, and as you see and hear about his name and design, he isn't just a regular guy. June is actually a muse dragon. And yeah, in my story, dragons have human form, in which June is right now. His dragon form I didn't draw yet, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, he is actually a muse dragon, and muse dragons are known to be pacifistic, gentle, but also very creative, and they are also known to be the bringers of inspiration. And yeah, if you're asking me if I created muse dragons, I'm pretty sure that I did create them because obviously I didn't hear about any muse dragons out there in media. So yeah, at least the muse dragons that are in my plot, they are quite different from any regular dragons. They feed off of inspiration and creativity from artists by filtering those out from air using their whale-like brushy teeth. If you know what I am talking about, or if you don't know what I am talking about, if you have ever seen whales, like those giant creatures, sea creatures, they have such brushy teeth, like not exactly sharp teeth or I don't know any type of teeth, but their teeth resemble those brush-like um, hairs. I don't know how to say it. The same have muse dragons. That's how they filter out inspiration and creativity from air to feed on it. And don't worry, it doesn't harm the artists. Sadly, most of them died out due to lack of nutrition, difficulties of reproduction, and also their pacifistic nature, meaning they don't really harm anyone at all. They're quite calm and caring, and they just enjoy life and creation. So mostly they just want to chill, to play music, paint, and know art and stuff like that. They help artists to find ideas and creativities, and thanks to that, they also get nutrition because if they inspire an artist and this artist creates something, thanks to that, they have something to eat. So Tune is pretty much the last news dragon that is left. News dragons also have their own artistic specialities. It can be music, visual arts, sculpture, acting, etc. And Tune specializes in music and poetry. He can learn to play any musical instrument that he takes into his hands, but his preferred one is the pipa, traditional Chinese. musical instrument, and he is the support of the team. Because using his music, he can heal, motivate, power up, or calm a person. Next up is Azera. She is 21 years old and she is half human and half unknown ancient race. Actually, it's a known race, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't say anything about this race. All I can say is that those tattoos that you see on her face aren't actually tattoos, but her hidden eyes, which yeah means she has overall 5 eyes. Four of them represent each element that there is, and the fifth one represents whether light or darkness, meaning what exactly controls those four elements in one's body, whether kindness or evil, or well, good or bad. But yeah, her bow is named Sagittarius, and it's like Excalibur, only she can use it. Sagittarius, the name is derived from Latin word Sagitta Fidelis, which means loyal arrow. The bow doesn't have any arrows and won't allow any regular arrows to be shot through it. Anyone can hold it in their hands, but only Azera can shoot out of it. I won't be talking too much about her lore because she's quite an important character in this team. All I can say she's an archer. I hope I pronounced it right in this team. So yeah, she's mainly the fighting type in this team because the previous two characters are responsible for healing and supporting the team. Meanwhile, she is the archer, and the next character will be a combat character. I know it's quite weird because I don't actually create a game team or let you know to play and create a team in a game to kill bosses, but it's just easier for me to create such fantasy teams to differ which everyone's role is in this team. So yeah, she is the archer. But yeah, just like by the others, I will leave out her lore out of this video because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I will be talking only about world build and stuff that is going on right now in the world of theirs. So yeah, sorry about that. Also, as you see, those are the same runes that were on Enid's belt. So yeah, don't worry about them. They aren't connected to any culture because they were created by my friend. So don't worry about that. As you may have noticed also, Azira's outfit is based on a bit on Slavic culture. Like as you see on her legs, she has Valenki and also Sharwari and stuff like that. So yeah. After Azira comes Li Xiaobo. I hope I pronounced it right, but his name overall means little boxer, so I used it. He's 25 years old and he's a Pharanim. Pharanim, they are also my own created race. I derived this name from two words, and those words are feral and also a Latin word anima, which means soul. Pharaonims are people who manage to fuse their spiritual animal with their body and soul, and as a result, they get the traits and abilities of their spiritual animal. Each pharaonim is unique, but mostly their spiritual animal is inherited from their mother, rarely from the father, and very rarely from distant relative, and extremely rarely it's own spiritual animal, which doesn't belong to any of the parents or relatives. What I mean is the spiritual animal of this person is unique to their family, and no one of their relatives have this spiritual animal, but it's extremely rarely, so it practically doesn't happen at all. Mostly the child gets the spiritual animal of their mother. Lich Xiaobo is a rodent type pheromone. To be specific, jerboa. Rodent pheromones are known to be timid, shy, and sturdy, but unlike them, Li Xiaobo is quite fierce, prideful, outgoing, and brave. He is a martial artist, and thanks to his rodent traits, he has very strong legs. So yeah, you don't really want to mess with him. But yeah, so those were my main OCs from one of my stories, and more information you will get about them on my art fight page, and obviously in my comic book when I'll release it. Until then, I hope I'll see you guys soon. So bye bye.